right, so here's the former UFC World Title challenger, perennial heavyweight contender type, the Reem, Alistair Overeem. His crowning achievement, really, that K1 World Grand Prix Championship in kickboxing, still in search of that elusive UFC title.
No one expected him to win that kickboxing world championship, but he went out there and he beat some of the biggest names in kickboxing history. But once he was back in MMA, he has been a true and absolute savage. From becoming the Dream World Champion, becoming the Strikeforce Heavyweight Champion, he's done about everything you can do in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Of course, he made his UFC debut famously against Brock Lesnar. A lot of the recent wins for the Reem have come by knockout or TKO. He'll be chasing another highlight here tonight. Alistair Overeem, ready to reward his supporters once again here tonight. All right, so here's the undisputed UFC lightweight champion and one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Islam Makhachev. You trained alongside this man for years. He has every skill in the book, and the X factor tonight is that Hasbulla in his corner.
Yeah, that's one of his brothers, is what they call him. Islam Makhachev, though, is the guy that really does strike fear in so many lightweights' minds. He's a guy that possesses wrestling ability. He's a guy that possesses striking ability. The grappling is second to none. And just his size and physicality is so difficult to deal with. He is a tremendous fighter, and he will be pushed even more forward with the presence of his good friend, Hasbulla.
You do wonder, though, if the opposing corner is a little bit intimidated given Hasbulla's presence in the Makhachev corner. Islam Makhachev steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alistair Overeem. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, so here is Alistair Overeem. We'll see if we see those improvements in the footwork and the speed here early on in round one. Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high. Now he's got to look back.
Makhachev's back in side control.
Great shot from the top position.
Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, north-south position. Now we'll see who transitions first. Oh, he's got him in the crucifix now.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Let's go! Get him off, you! Get him off!
Overeem gets back up. 2 minutes have gone by. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
That knee hurt him.
Overeem's able to switch his stance here. We'll see how the defense responds.
All right, beautiful. Keep it up. Take on that body.
Oh, straight punch.
So he needs to mix it up. He needs to start kicking more. That was a slick transition.
Makhachev's now looking for a Darce choke. Well, it looks like that Darce is tight.
He should be defending right now. Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively. Oh, nice takedown defense.
That horn sound means we have reached the end of round one. All right, there's the horn. How about that round? He got him badly there early on. You thought that maybe that was going to be the beginning of the end. At the very least here, got to think he's going to try to get him out of here in this next round.
J.A., he's on skates. I mean, he was on skates. His ability to withstand that avalanche is commendable, but he has to change something as he approaches the next round.
All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging, because all you want to do is let your offense go, but every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly, you're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of...
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now, because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Overeem gets touched by that kick there. Right hook to the head block. Single collar tie now. Trying to kick the leg out.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to now start to... This is big. That's big.
Oh, a big left hand.
There we go.
Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. Man, look at that damage on the right side of his body. Starting to really bruise now. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Big combination here of ground and pound strikes. Nice work by Islam Makhachev. Well, his superior grappling has certainly been the lead narrative in this one. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's doing a great job of dictating to his opponent, not allowing him to make any decisions in regards to the fight. All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Islam Makhachev.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Nicely done. Overeem's in half guard. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Final seconds here. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful.
All right. Sit down for me, buddy. Good. Deep breath. Breathe. Slow that heart rate down for me. All right, you good? All right, listen to me. Your takedown.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Able to land there with the straight left. Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. Collar tie here in the clinch. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
He's got to start throwing now.
Takes his back now. The Reem ground and pound from half guard now. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Ooh, good armbar attempt here. Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tight.
It's starting to get really tight in there. He's got it locked in.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Overeem's in half guard.
I need you to scramble. Scramble.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guards. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there. Ooh, he's setting up another submission now. Ooh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now, he's advancing.
Oh, the submission defense holds up, he gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Great job being busy off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. Big right hook there by the champ.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips.
Setting up for another submission now. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. It had a little bit of everything and nearly a finish due to a submission.
But you see, when you're on the ground with him, you're in danger.
Yeah.
You're constantly under attack. There is no place to rest. Where you can rest with most guys, you got to be very aware against this guy, or he's going to catch you in something that you can't get out of.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Stay relaxed. Breathe.
Side control now. Print the shirts. Ground and pound.
Oh, right into mount.
Makhachev's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Oh, hard ground strike there, and that one opened up a cut.
Great ground and pound by this man.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
There it is. Now he's running out.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Keep on your side.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
Just gotta be careful there.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's
Right.
very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning. The position of the underhook opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep. Oh, my goodness. You might have it. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
20 minutes down,
Stop.
potentially 5 to go. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
Ready.
It is the 5th and final round. Very nice leg kick there by the ring. Oh, look at that leg kick. Overeem's eye is closing up.
Another one.
Oh, nice strike landed there by Makhachev.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. And this dude's cashing chips. Oh, he better start moving. He can't take too many of those uppercuts.
All right, so the redness is omnipresent now. He has absorbed a whole lot of body strikes. Pretty good poker face, but I'm not sure how many more of these he wants to take.
No, he doesn't. He needs to do something different. He cannot continue to get beat up like this. But it's on his opponent. It's on the guy that is landing these strikes to continue down the path until he makes you change something. Do this over and over because it seems like this is your easiest path to victory.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
He's got to be careful here.
right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now. Oh, how about that? He gives up on the submission. Looked pretty tight to me. Lands with the ground and pound here. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. 30 seconds now to go in the fight.
Oh, high kick.
Final 10 seconds of the fight. Well, what a title fight it was, what a showcase it was for this division, but at the end of the day, the champion just did a little bit more, and you got to think he gets the nod, right?
I believe it was the championship experience that allowed him to push through in those spots that he needed to in order to keep his championship. I agree with you, J.A. I think he keeps his belt.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
So there he is,